Hello, folks, and welcome to this. Well, welcome back. I would say to the series, to the channel, and welcome to this second round of the second episode of my crazy campaign with Germany. So, first of all, I have to apologize for my voice, but yeah, shit. Nowadays in southern Germany, the weather is not that nice to me. And I'm afraid I may have got a cold or even worse, a flu. And hopefully I will be back and healthy and ready very soon. And second, apologies is because I have already uploaded this video, but YouTube decided that my previous video had some kind of hate speech. And I think this is just ridiculous, guys, because if you look on YouTube, there are plenty of video of bullyism or video which really trigger violence in people. And come on, I'm just playing a game. I'm playing a game with Germany. I mean, everyone is doing videos with Germany in HOI4, and their videos they're not blocked. So please, wake up, YouTube. Come on, seriously, you're kidding me. And anyway, I mean, sorry for the rant, people. Sorry, but still, yeah, I lost everything, and so I decided to condense in this episode the years spanning between 1937 and mid 1939, because I would like to dedicate one whole video for the invasion of Poland and the end of 1939, basically. Yeah. And what do they say? I mean, building up a completely motorized army turned out to be much more challenging than expected, because okay, so I had to produce this crap ton of lorries, also because I don't think I mentioned this in the previous video, but in one of my foci that I made for this custom campaign with Germany, I also added an event. I think you may have seen it in the previous video. If not, please have a look again with more details at the previous video. And this event allowed me to spawn a total of 30 divisions, 28 infantry, which are, I would say, motorized, and 2 motorized, which in this game are mechanized divisions. And the 28 infantry divisions were 28 divisions that were not included in the historical naming list, which is present, let's say, in the files of the game, of this mod, sorry. And those divisions were all divisions that were historically raised between 1936 and 1939, and that they were disbanded, one right after the invasion of Poland, and the remaining ones were disbanded after the Battle of France. And I think 10 of them, or 9 or 8, I don't remember now, were 2 of them were planned but never formed, and 8 or 9 of them were raised, but their formation was stopped again right after the Battle of France. And having this insane amount of divisions, of course, skyrocketed sky high the amount of lorries I had to produce, basically, to equip all of them. And on one hand, on the other hand, I did not think about it, and I'm really sorry for that. It sped up, let's say, the amount of manpower I had in the field, which, as you may know, if you play a lot of HOI4, this is one of the requirements to trigger the Anschluss, the acquisition of Memel from Lithuania, the annexation of the Sudetenland, and the annexation as well of Czech Republic, and the formation of the Bohemian Protectorate. And I can imagine that some of you now might say, "Oh, you bloody cheater!" Yeah. Okay. On one hand, this, but on the other hand, this again massively increased the amount of vehicles, also mechanized, that I had. to produce, to fully equip my army. And to fully, let's say, to prioritize my army, I divided all my available infantry divisions into two main theaters, as you can see on the top right corner. One is called the Oberkommando der Wehrmacht, in which I include left, basically 48 say infantry divisions. I know it's confusing now to say infantry divisions, even though they were motorized divisions, and a remaining Oberkommando der Reserven, so the supreme command of reserves, in which I left all the remaining infantry divisions that were not sufficient in number to make another army. So because I love to have 24 divisions per army, to have a full let's say full bonuses for my generals, and yeah, so I left some divisions there in the reserve theater, and I also let the reserve theater, I set the reinforcements priority as to the lowest level, basically, for the reserve theater. So the idea was, okay, let's focus only on the main combat division, the main combat theater of operation, and whatever is left will be then sent to the reserves. And I don't think that I actually managed to record some screenshots concerning the division composition, but I think I will do it before for the next video, basically, for the invasion of Poland, because by the time I invaded Poland, this was the standard table and organization that I decided to keep for throughout the whole war, basically. As I maybe mentioned in the previous video, now I don't remember, and I'm really sorry, guys. One big problem of having to produce that many lorries for my army was that I had to sacrifice other areas of the Wehrmacht, and I think that this is really what I really love about the Total War mod, is that you really have to pick your choices since the beginning of the game. You really can't be, I expand in this field, in that sector, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. No, you really have to focus on what you want to do. And having decided to focus heavily on the army, I had to neglect the Kriegsmarine, the German Navy, and I just did not produce anything else but convoys. Things started from 1939, and the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force. My Air Force was heavily outnumbered, and I can spoiler it now, but I completely neglected the development and production of heavy fighters. And as you will see hopefully in the future video, as soon as I declared war against Poland, the Reich was really carpet bombed by the Royal Air Force and by the French Air Force. This was one thing. The other thing is that I also neglected the radar development and the development of anti-aircraft guns. And because as you can see right now, I kind of panicked before the invasion of Poland, because I was like, I want to become independent in terms of rubber production, because I had to import, I think I sacrificed 10 or 12 civilian factories to the Dutch East Indies in just building up my rubber reserve in order not to have any penalties in the production of vehicles and planes. And of course I was like, okay, I need to become independent before the war will start, because I knew that my navy could not afford to escort all the convoys, and I knew by the time I would have declared war against France and the Low Countries, I would have lost all the trade with the Dutch East Indies. And this in turn, let's say, to become almost independent in rubber production, I had to sacrifice other slots, which were, for instance, for civilian factories and for, as I said, anti-aircraft guns. I did not upgrade any airports facilities, and yeah, I mean, in the end, this turned out to be maybe the wrong approach, because this was my very first time I played with Germany. I had no idea, and I immediately went for this crazy challenge that, yeah, it turned out to be really hard to manage and to organize, because okay, I still had to produce quite a lot of vehicles before the invasion of Poland, and as soon as the war started, I realized that my small supplies of lorries and half tracks was decreasing. I mean, started to decrease in a surprisingly fast way, because of attrition, because of resistance, maybe, I don't know. And yeah, so I think that's all for this introduction. I think I talked quite a lot now, and yeah, so having deployed 30 divisions allowed me to gain an early Anschluss, which of course again, yeah, gave me the chance to build some more factories in Austria as well as in Netherlands, and this basically, yeah, helped me a little bit in preparing my industry for the upcoming war. And as the time now is running out, I have to say thank you very much for watching, guys, and sorry for this bad improvisation. Hope you will enjoy the video, and see you all very soon in the next episode.